And with that, we're off.
Who's going first?
Looks like Alberto's going to start. He's going to start with the Rebellion here. That's going to search a Bystial. That effect is fine.
Although I did put a Tenpai icon.
Likely Mag.
He is playing a heavy Fiendsmith and Steel package in this deck.
He is going to add the one of Magnamut. He shows the Sanging field spell there, so revealing he is on Tenpai. Both these decks love to go second, so seeing the Tenpai player forced to go first, you know, that's a huge advantage to Peyton here, who's just going to be able to tee off against what's likely going to end up being Seal's Pass. But we'll see. Maybe there's some special things that Alberto might have up his sleeve. He's going to discard the Fua, and he's going to add Genroku here. Yeah, just starting the Edison and box tournament side event right here. He had the Kaiman. Both those cards being one-ofs is so difficult for the deck, where even if Alberto's going to get a second turn here, it's going to be difficult to get really push through any interruption with the Kaiman and the summoning already spent. It's going to special the one of Chandra as well. Like a 7 or a Link 2. Is Moon. Alright, so he does have Fiendsmith available to him, and it looks like that's going to be the play. Much stronger turn 1 play than Tenpai is usually able to offer. Beautiful QCR Requiem there. Just verifying that Moon is indeed 2 effect monsters. Barring anything spectacular in hand, it looks like Alberto's just going to go the standard Fiendsmith line. Important to get that Lacrima engraved so that he's able to survive a push by Peyton if necessary. I mean, the Fiendsmith combo very strong, but then again, it is, for the most part, just included as a part of other different combo decks or mid-range decks where, you know, the Desiree or the Caesar is an additional interruption on top of what your standard engine is going to do. Here, it's going to have to be everything. He's going to attach the Requiem here to the Lacrima and send those both off for Necro. Interesting. So putting that 6 on field, we're going to see the Engraver effect here. Shuffling back the Moon. That effect does resolve, threatening either Caesar or Sequence here. We'll see what he chooses. He's going to overlay them for likely Caesar. Will be Caesar. I mean, a strong card in a vacuum, but it is... I mean, there are so many cards that in the game's history that have been like that, Caesar or Rise Heart, where they do represent multiple interruptions, but they do also lose the one interruption, so it all depends on what Peyton's decided to hold as far as interruptions here, knowing that Alberto is on a very fragile strategy like Tenpai going first. Does have the Lacrima engraved. He will banish the Lacrima for Mag. Interesting. And then summon back the Rebellion using its own summoning condition. So he does get the Mag Search in end phase, and he's going to be able to set Branded Regained. So that does represent an additional draw and pop, if that comes up. Peyton examining the graveyard. He does have the Requiem there. The Fiendsmith that Alberto did use is currently under the Caesar. Yeah, sorry, Alex, about the spotlight. That was just for you, by the way, the Malice Fiend you are. Alright, so he's just going to end there. Peyton letting that combo go entirely uninterrupted, and he's just going to face down the Caesar and the Regained here. Potentially, I believe, 2 cards in hand. He's going to start with Attract. Okay, so revealing he is also on a Fiendsmith strategy. It's going to be very strong and force out an interaction here. We're unsure what potential hand trap package Alberto might be on. The fact he's on Fiendsmith Tenpai does indicate that he's probably on less breakers than Tenpai is usually on. Wow, he's going to add the Starfire here. Interesting. So showing he is on Musk as well. Discard the worry effect. We know he has the Bystial. We'll see if he chooses to use it here. Oh, he's going to Caesar first. Interesting. So Caesar down to 1 charge. And Thrust. Wow, going second to Thrust. Insane. That's going to be met with an Ash, but even just 1-for-1 trading, Peyton's still at a serious advantage here if he can just push through the Caesar. He's going to normal summon the Starfire here. And if he activates a spell trap in the column, he's going to be able to special summon another musket and potentially have access to either his Fiendsmith engine or something else anyways. That's why I thought it was kind of interesting using the Caesar on the Worry instead of waiting for the Requiem.
There's no monsters.
Okay, he's going to reveal he's on Unchained here with the A-Bomb Prison. That's just going to be able to add any Unchained monster. Very strong here. Already have a Fiend on board in Starfire. Oh, couldn't Bystial due to no monsters. Oh. Yeah.
Your opponent has to control monsters
for it to be a quick effect. I always forget about that. He's going to set Chamber, I believe. Or add Chamber, rather. Okay. And the Starfire is going to be met with the last Caesar charge. So it's really just the 1 card in hand and the regained. But Peyton otherwise able to do whatever he wants here, essentially. We know he has the Unchained. And the fact that he added that, yep, he does have the Aruha. That is an insane play right now. Chamber able to proc the special from deck as well. That goes uninterrupted. The 1 card left. Alberto on the back foot, but it's all about that last card in hand. It could make or break this game. Peyton having to have spent all of Alberto's interactions 1-for-1 rather than being able to 2-for-1 as we've seen earlier in the feature matches. Thinking really hard about this. He is going to summon the Sharvar. No. Yeah, Shama. Alright. So that does give him access to a 6 if necessary. Is the Baldrake in hand is the last card. Okay. So that's going to target the Worry still. Wow. He's going to shuffle that back and be able to draw another card, so immediately replacing itself.
Doesn't Regain put the card on the bottom, not shuffle back? Wait.
Hold on.
No, Unchained or Paralysis can shuffle back? Must be getting shuffled back for the facts. Might be the Shayama. I am very confused. Maybe they got something I don't know.
Shouldn't matter though. He did put the. I mean, this is an interaction with Peyton's deck, which he's just gonna go battle and crash. Okay, so that procs the Aruha. Alberto's gonna survive another turn, but we'll see how much Peyton is able to go here. He does have access to things like Yama and really testing that last card in hand to see if it's another interruption. He's going to summon the Sharvara. So both 6s on board. Newly semi-limited, by the way, Sharvara. We'll see if that second one does come up. It does come up in more Unchained heavy builds, such as this one. We could also see him just go... Well, we'll see. He's going to link these off. For the Yama. Okay. So he still keeps the Fiendsmith engine in his back pocket. The Baldric is going to destroy the Yama, or banish the Yama here. Interesting. Still able to search with the on-summon effect. He's gonna summon. He's gonna get the other trap. It's all of a sudden, Alberto looking like he's got Peyton on the back foot here. Caesar spent, the Baldric spent, but just being able to get another turn with the summoning and the regain still on field is huge. Just gonna set that. But I don't know if he has anything else. Those 2 cards in hand, we still don't know. We'll see if they come up right now. It's just been about 10 minutes. Although granted, neither of these decks both of these decks extremely interested in ending the game quickly, the Tenpai player especially, so.
Alright, YuGiOh signing players here. You can all see all eliminations. The first round is going to have a lot of buys. Balance out bracket size, so it's going to be 3 matches occurring. Wait, what?
Peyton thinking hard about this. Checking his hand again.
The system is weird because single because if you lose once you lose.
So the unlucky people who have to play Resno Found, Hindi, you will play Watch.
Appears that both of the other matches are still in game 1, trying to resolve that. He's going to get the, shoot, the name is escaping me. The blue one.
Oh, that's Rakea on field. That just got destroyed.
So Rakea is going to be able to destroy, and then he only has Sarama left, which we'll see here. That is going to be able to reset one of the traps from Grave in an attempt to meet the push from Alberto. He was able to get rid of the summoning. Regain still on field, but I mean, if Peyton's able to clear the board here, he doesn't have his battle phase anymore. He already used that to crash the Aruha. But if he's able to get Alberto on the back foot, he's likely not able to redo the Fiendsmith engine, and even then, that wouldn't be his top priority on turn 3 playing Tenpai. Going to go for an Unchained Soul line. He's going to go Shavara target Sarama. Okay. So now the Sarama can proc. Just trying to get as much material on field as possible. He does still have the Fiendsmith engine online, so that is a consideration as well. Sarama, he doesn't have many targets left. He's going to be the Abominable Unchained Soul.
That's a very annoying card.
Very annoying card, and it's also going to allow him to leave that on field, potentially.
And then he's just using its effect right now.
Does he have a discard? Apparently not. Oh, he does. He discarded the Droll. Oh. Targeting. I'm not sure what you would target in this situation. He's gonna target the regained. So now all Alberto has is that one card in hand, and the monsters on field, which really aren't doing anything right now besides just sitting ducks there. He's gonna link off the Unchained Soul and the Shavara. No, he's gonna go all 3 for the Link 3 Unchained, and that's going to be able to link with the Baldric. Is the Link 4 going to be enough with no battle phase?
I'm very surprised the Baldric effect was not used.
Me too. Oh no, it was used. It was used on the Yama earlier.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Rage, okay.
Use it now if he-
So he has the Rage, and the Rage is going to be able to get him a couple different things. Sorry, Joseph.
Just close the timer. I guess I'll figure out the timer. I'm really tired.
So turn passes back to Alberto, who's just gonna have to deal with that Soul of Rage. I mean, again, one of those cards that represents a lot of layered interaction, but you can deal with it one for one. It's Tenpai Fiendsmith versus Unchained Musketsmith. Okay. Apologies, we're just resetting the timer right now. Currently there's 34 minutes left. Almost exactly 34 minutes. Just say 33. Oh, that's fine. Good enough. Alright. Didn't quite see. I assume summoned the Engraver and then equipped it with the Requiem. The Engraver is going to be able to deal with the Rage immediately, or at least get it out. We'll see what Link 2 he summons here. He has Droplet! Oh no. Wow. So the Engraver resolves. Now Alberto has a clear shot at a game here if he can just get his Tenpai online, but I think with both the One of Kaima and the One of Summoning gone, he's just gonna have to use the other stuff. He does have Tracked. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, let's see where this brings him. Caesar, I believe, is... Well, let's look it up. The Rebellion is 25. The Caesar is 28. He's going to sack that off for the... If he has an Agnum Dayline, that would be enough. We'll see if he has it. Well, Desiree being 28 as well. He is going for the Desiree.
You need to change the title.
It's already changed.
It's this would be 28 plus... I guess you don't have to equip the sequence, do you? It would be 28 plus 28 is 56 plus the sequence, which I don't believe would be enough.
He said just to make it a playoff team fit.
Oh, sure. Sequence is 12, so that's 68 on board currently.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was all.
And that'll be it. Wow. Alberto able to make the comeback despite playing Tenpai and being made to go first. I mean, just goes to show how strong the Fiendsmith engine is when you don't have, when your opposing player doesn't have non-engine to answer the Caesar. Just being able to one-for-one trade those two summons is crucial. Now the question is, does Peyton make Alberto go first again? You know, you have potentially a bunch of side threats that are going to be able to counter Unchained Musket fairly effectively, but you know, at the same time, the Tenpai portion is going to be such a small engine of 7 to 10 cards that I'm not sure if you want to, if that's what you're really afraid of in this scenario. Well, we'll find out very shortly.
Yes, always.
Alright, they're done siding. We'll see We'll see what comes of this here. There's a really interesting choice. I have to believe that these players knew or had scouted what each other had been on prior, given that pair had Almiraj on the field. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Well. I mean, with both these players wanting to go second, you get the feeling that Peyton would have is more likely to choose to go first than Alberto, obviously. But does he want to go second more than Alberto doesn't want to go first? I mean, really, the only interesting part of Tenpai in any format is that type of decision making that you have to do when you are in a mirror match, or in this case, a match where both of you want to be doing the same things. Showing the camera. Peyton did elect to go first. He's going to start with the Casper.
No, this is Starfire again.
Oh, this is Starfire again. My bad. Preemptive Fua. Interesting.
Because this forces Peyton to go directly into Requiem, and since it needs that extra food body for the sequence. Oh, we're opting to go max anyways.
Wow.
Draw!
He's going to droll his opponent.
Oh.
Interesting. So, cutting yourself off from
It'll hurt Alberto more
from
than
many
Peyton.
things, but yeah, Peyton likely going to be able to hop off here. If I'm Alberto, I would be, stuffing my deck with those second cards, trying to push through whatever Unchained Fiendsmith is going to be able to do here. The entire Fiendsmith line able to get under its own troll. We'll also see a very interesting decision here whether to go into Caesar or Desiree, because each checks a different portion of Alberto's deck, whether you care more about the Tenpai portion with the board breakers, or whether you care more about the potential Bystial portion of the deck, Bystial Fiendsmith portion of the deck. We see the Druisworm here, that'll be on the Graver, and that'll get a good value for Alberto, plus the Druisworm live. I don't believe Peyton has too many ways of being able to get rid of the Druisworm without proccing it, but he's going to have to be creative here. We'll see what extenders he has in his hand. Thinking thinking pretty hard here. Has already used his normal summon.
Peyton's thinking really hard. There's a Ruhan.
A Ruhan pop the Requiem. Interesting.
Now we have two bodies just in case.
I mean, even being able to get your Yama line potentially uninterrupted is going to be huge. Let's see what the last card last two cards in hand is. I was thinking of activating one here. Coming up on just half the time over already. Interesting. He's just going to go sequence and try to make
Aerial Eater.
Aerial Eater. Wow. Definitely an underrated card that people forget about just because YuGiOh Fiendsmith has kind of left the meta. But, Aerial Eater able to facilitate a lot of Fiend plays here. He's going to be able to send the Sharvara. That's huge. AE. Funnily enough, not in Master Duel yet. Not sure what that's about. Actually, not in OCG either. link off the sequence and the arrow eater here. He has access to any 2 or 3. He's gonna get Yama here. Yama is allowed to resolve. Being able to get the back row here is also going to be crucial in the face of potential board breakers that Alberto might be playing. Peyton likely has a good handle on the fact that he's able to go uninterrupted here, and being able to do this much under draw is very impressive for the deck. He's going to set chamber. Shavara popped the chamber. Well, I guess you don't need to search when you're just specialing straight from deck.
Yeah, that's why I meant by draw hurting more Alberto than Peyton here, since Unchained doesn't really do too much direct searching besides from the spell. The Unchained, I forget what, the Abomination's Prison.
Abomination's Prison and Tracked, really.
Yeah.
And I guess Engraver in hand, but... Alright, here we'll see the Sarama. It's just going to keep cycling through names, likely. Link 2, Link 3 here? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what he opts to do to try and out this Jerusalem. Or, you know, there's an argument to leaving it be as well. It's going to get to the Link 3. Interesting. So this is going to proc the Jerusalem. We'll see what he does here. What Link 4s are... Oh, he's going to make Rage. Wow. Jerusalem's just going to send here, so that's not going to proc the Rage. So now he just has Sarama and nothing else. The Sarama's going to be able to reset, but still. He's going to target the Chamber. And Chamber is the one that specials from hand or grave. Destroy the Sarama.
He's thinking about bashing Yama to reset the rage, I think.
It appears the B match is finished. So it looks like Riverside has won the B match, so Peyton really needing to play defensive here and try to reverse sweep. But that's going to be a tall order, and we're unsure at the moment of the outcome of the C match as well. The C match, for the record, is between Vibu, who we saw on Fiendsmith White Forest, and Waylon on Memento, both, you know, combo decks that are just trying to get as many interactions as possible. We're unsure what additional engines Waylon's on. We saw Kevin earlier on an additional Goblin engine.
Because we're making Caesar. Because
He is making Caesar.
Summon the Shyama from hand, and
I mean, Caesar set chambers.
just nice both Sharvaras.
Caesar set chambers. Is that going to be enough with one card in hand?
Losing both Sharvaras feels
It's going to
very
have to
sad.
be. It's going to have to be. We'll see what Alberto has to offer here.
Has to be Lightning Storm.
Oh!
Oh my gosh!
Wow. That might be it.
There goes Caesar.
He's going to have... We'll see what... Does he have access to Tenpai engine? No, but he does have Engraver. That's going to represent a significant amount of issues for Peyton. That ain't
Oh
Edison.
gosh, one of the Edison players just tried to chat and he said that ain't Edison.
Which one is that?
Oh, Meister Chow? That's Calvin Chow.
Oh.
LC, YCS Las Vegas 2024 topper.
Well, the C player might not matter here if Alberto is able to capitalize here. He knows the chamber set and the one card in hand is unknown, but you know, being able to no interaction here yet.
At Lurie, discard Lurie effect from Graveyard Mandatory, chain link 1 into the summon. Remember that the set is the chamber, but we do you know the card in hand?
We don't. I don't believe so, no.
That
So
is-
top 4, we're currently watching Riverside and Cal Poly play, and the other 2 are Santa Cruz with Will, Kevin, and Nan against Ohio State with Louis, Colin, and Andrew. Colin, by the way, was the season winner for the Intercollegiate series. And I believe he only dropped 2 games the entirety through Swiss. So Ohio State, despite being the 2 seed, really rolling
Link off. Requiem tribute itself, summon from deck a Fiendsmith monster.
Alright, Requiem's gonna grab likely Lacrima here, yes.
Yeah, Lacrima back to
An
center.
attack position just to maximize the damage here.
Very
I, sup-
Engraver.
I suppose you have to chamber before he threatens the Caesar, but is Caesar even the right choice here? I mean, Caesar we established is 28, but if he doesn't have anything, okay, he's going for Necroquip.
Engraver.
Graver shuffle back the worry.
Summon the Engraver.
He's threatening Caesar right now. He has to choose whether to use the chamber right now. Use it or lose it.
Very true.
There is a possibility where he chooses to go into Desiree here, but I'm not sure if that's... I mean, this is summon number 5, correct?
I would not waste this body for Necroquip if we were going into sequence like this.
Exactly. Peyton examining his extra deck, but he's out of options, really.
He's talking to his B team, making sure that he's thinking everything through.
I mean, the B team did finish early. Well, he's talking like he'll survive. We'll see about that. We do have one unknown in Alberto's hand. 1 or 2 unknowns, I believe. So that could change things, but you know, if you're Peyton, you'd like to believe that the Tenpai portion is not in hand right now. "18 minutes left, so even if this does go to game 3, he will use the chamber here while the Caesar is threatened. We'll see what he chooses to summon. He'll summon the Rage.
That is pretty good.
Rage with the Engraver. Or Rage with the Necroquip, rather.
I do believe Game Rare to Necroquip is the right play here.
SP, banish the Engraver.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, normal
He
summon
does
Hydra.
have Hydra.
Oh, no.
That's game. Wow.
And Alberto gets it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.